Good morning, everyone. Yeah, happy birthday, Sweaty Betties, today.
Yes, today's the day.
Like a teenager, huh?
12. Oh my God.
Well, oh my God. Oh, yeah.
Would you say ride it to the wheels fall off?
Pardon me?
You said ride it to the wheels fall off?
Yeah. Ooh, feels like that right now.
12.
How's everybody?
Hey, Molly.
Hi.
Happy birthday.
Hanging in there?
Yeah. I got a jujitsu dummy. You see it?
Oh,
It's heavy.
like a Rastafari hat? That's funny.
We had to make it colorful so it doesn't scare Gus, our dog.
Oh my gosh. What did you stuff it with?
Oh, like you said, extra clothes and things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It gets hecka heavy, huh?
It's heavy. It's heavy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it is hot. I changed 3 outfits because I was like, oh no, that's hot. Oh no, that's super hot. Oh my God. Okay. Let's start. Let's just start by warming our joints. So your ankles and your wrists.
I wanted to put it here, but put what? Feet?
Go ahead and switch direction. Okay, let's go to the other side. Go ahead and switch. Let's go to our knees. Switch. Our hips. And switch. Shoulders. And switch. Okay, fingertips on your shoulders. Go ahead and rotate your shoulders here and your elbows. And switch. Just go to elbows. And switch. Wrists. Bring your forearms together. And go ahead and switch direction. Okay, bring your attention to your neck. Rotate one direction. And we're gonna switch direction. Okay, shake it out, get ready. We're gonna do a 1 minute drill and then end with whatever variations of burpees that you want. Look at Amy, she's like ready to go. Okay, so the first one is let's go ahead and jump your arms out, and when you come back in, your arms are up. So up, all right, and then out. So arms out, legs out, arms in, legs in, okay? All right, go. Halfway, keep going. Ten more seconds. 10 burpees. Jog in place when you're done. All right, so 1 minute, right? You're gonna imagine your jumping rope, right? Jump rope, so you can go 2 feet up, 1 foot down. You're gonna try to do the, fancy two swings. You can come back. Whatever style you want, jump rope. So go ahead and go. So arm swing. You do one leg, right? Switch the other leg. Both leg. You can do a running version. You could do boom, what are those? Two jump and 1 hop. Can't really do that in reality, but man, I'm killing it right now. Yeah, 1 leg, 2 legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 burpees. Run in place until everybody's done. right, next one is side shuffle. So you're bending the knees and you're gonna come boom, right, wait. So whatever direction you're going, that leg goes first. So you're gonna jump, I'm going to my right, jump to my right, my left follow, and then repeat, boom, right. Get ready, and go. Look forward, try not to look down. So pick it up, pick it up. Let's go. Ten burpees. Ignore that. All right, next one, high knees, right? You can stationary high knees or you can move around. All right, go. Your knees high, 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 high. Go, 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 5 more seconds, as fast as you can. All right, 10 burpees. Go ahead and take a sip of water. Ooh. Okay, let's come up. Spring, let's inhale, arms up, exhale, hinge at the hips, come down. Go ahead and just bend your knees one side and then switch to the other side. Hang your upper body. Separate your ears from your shoulders. Good. Go ahead from here and walk out into a plank. You're gonna adjust. So I'm gonna walk out into a plank, and from here, I wanna go ahead and take a deep breath. And then as I exhale, I'm gonna descend and come to the ground as slow as possible. So elbows in. Good, flatten your toes. And from here, if your hands are not by your chest, bring it close to your chest now. And from here, right, we're gonna push up, leaving our hips down onto the ground. And we're gonna look back as far as we can. Try to extend our arms as much as we can. Again, you want to think about separating your ears from your shoulders. And we're going to look side to side, keeping your hips pressed down onto the ground as you do this. Go ahead and sit back, keeping your arms extended here. Take a couple breaths. All right, so from here, let's come back into a plank, right? I want you to think about lining your hips, right, to your shoulders, abs engage, really strong here. And from here, let's go ahead and lift our right leg up without shifting our body. I don't want you lifting your leg up and then shifting your body like that. So you stay in plank, you're gonna shift your right leg up as high as possible, and you swing it to the side and put it where your right hand is. You're gonna come up, open your chest, right? And go ahead and put that right hand back. And look, we're gonna retreat by extending our legs and come back. And I wanna repeat the other side. So left leg as high as possible, and then go ahead and open your chest. Your back leg, you want to think about pressing the heel back, right? So this back leg, you want to bring the heels back to the ground. Go ahead, put the left hand down, and we're going to swing. So let's do 10 total. Let's starting with our right side. So let's go ahead and go right. Open your chest, the back leg heel pressing down, and then hands back down, retreat, the other side. And then come back. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and come down to your belly with control. And then sit back and breathe. All right, so from here, let's come back up to a plank. And again, we're gonna lift our right leg up, bring it to the front. Right. Yep, and then from here, go ahead and extend both legs, and you're gonna come up. You can bring the back leg a little bit forward, but you're gonna extend and come up, right? Get a good base, and then you're gonna go back down with your hands down. And now you're gonna lift your front leg up, right? And go ahead and move your foot while your toes are off the ground to the right, and then swing it to the left, right? And to the right, and then to the left. And then you're gonna put your foot down and move your back leg a little bit closer, right? You're gonna move it closer and bend at the back. Bend at the back. And now you're gonna lift the front leg up again. And from here, you're gonna fold your body along that extended front leg, right? And then you fold as far as you can, and go ahead and move that foot to the right, to the left. You can lean and put the weight in the leaning foot, And yeah, rotate side to side. Boom, making sure the back leg, the knees bent. Okay, put the foot down in the front, move the foot to the back. And now I want to move the hand all the way to the other side. And I'm going to lift the same side arm. My shin will be on my, above my knee. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and press, right? I'm going to lean my knee out and press my forearm on it. And at the same time, my hips are coming down to the mat. Good, come back up. And now I'm gonna put my back knee down, right? I'm gonna put my back knee down and I'm gonna lean my knee all as far as I can to the mat. And now I'm walking opposite from the knee. So I'm gonna walk the same side, arm away from the knee as the knee collapses up onto the other side. Good, come back up. When I sit back, go ahead and lift that foot up, right? Sit back, stretch your body, and then fold forward along the extended front leg. Okay, and then come back up. And the opposite hand will go around now, boom, and grab my foot. And once I do that, I want to think about, some of the things I want to think about while I'm up here is that I want the front leg to be at a 90 degree as much as possible. And then I want to think about the pressure, like the pressure between my front leg and my back knee. I want them to kind of try to squeeze to come close together, right? Once you do that, go ahead and press your hips down onto the mat. Okay, release. Go ahead, put your hands on the ground. Kickstand your back leg. Swing your legs back. Come back to your belly and then sit back. Go ahead and come up in a plank. Let's do our left side. Come up, boom. Right, and I want to come up and adjust and get good balance here. So I like a little bit my back leg to kind of point outward to get a good base here, right? And I'm going to come down, boom, and then lift my front foot up. And from here, right, you want to think about like pressing your hips outward, right? And then move side to side. Slowly side to side. You can even rotate in circular motion and then reverse it. Good. Place that foot down. Go ahead and lean your weight forward and then bring the back leg up a little closer and bend, right? And then we're going to go back again, extend the front leg, lift the foot up. And from here, again, you can turn your hips to one side, right? Turn your hips to the other side. Move the foot around, boom, and fold your body along that leg. Go ahead and put that foot down. We're going to bring the leg back. And from here, we're going to bring the hand inside, right? Both hand inside. So it should be foot, hand, hand. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and lift the same side hand as the leading leg. And I'm going to rest my forearm on right above the knee. And I'm going to collapse the knee. I'm going to use my forearm to press down. And then lastly, my hips. My right hips will come down to the ground. Good, I'm going to come down. And go ahead and now put your knee, back knee down onto the mat. And I'm going to go ahead and collapse the leading leg right down. And the same side arm will walk away from the leg as I press my hips and my knee. My hips down to the ground, my knee fold outward. I'm going to come back up, right? My hand up, and then I'm going to sit back. And go ahead and line your spine up, stack your spine up, suck your belly in, hold your body along the front extended leg. You can move that foot, lift the toes up and move the foot around, or you can keep the foot on the ground too to get a different stretch. Okay, come back up. Now my back hand will come behind. So things to think about when I think about my foot here, really trying to reach my knee and my knee's trying to reach my foot. So you're getting that tension going, right? And then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and with my hips come forward and press my hips down and pull with the back foot to my butt. Okay, go ahead and release, put your hands down and come back to a plank. Exhale, and then inhale, and then exhale and come down again to your belly and sit back. A couple more stretch. I'm sweating like crazy. Come to your belly, right? And kind of tight on the shoulder and back a little bit. So you're gonna bring your hands, one hand to close to the chest, right? Close to the chest, and then the other hand at a 45 angle, my elbow at a 45 angle here above, kind of like where my ear is. So it looks like this, right? I'm here. This is the position, okay? And then I'm gonna bring my chin to the ground and I leave it there. And what I'm gonna do is the leg that the hand is close to your chest will lift up as high as possible, and you're gonna bring it across and try to touch the ground, right? So it looks like this. Okay. Good. And now come back and want to switch my hand position, lift and then touch, right? And now let's do a little bit faster. Switch. Your chin is on the ground while you're doing this. Lift, switch. Couple more, 1, and then 2. All right, from here, let's go ahead and let's go ahead from here, bring our hands down, and we're gonna grab our foot here, right? First thing I want you to do is go ahead and grab that and go ahead and kick. What I like to do is like flex my foot, right? Right? I'm gonna flex my foot so there's a good grip here, boom. And what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go ahead and lift my chest up, and when I kick back, my chest should come up higher. So kick back, hold here. Again, you wanna think about separating your ears from your shoulders. Go ahead and release and come down. Let's go one more time. Boom, boom. Kick, 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 kick. The harder you kick, the more it's gonna pull your chest up. Come back down. Go ahead, bring your hands to your chest, sit back. Go ahead and take a sip of water. God, my shirt's wet. All right. Today we're going to do an ankle pick to a single leg to a takedown, and then if we have time, if they counter this particular takedown we're doing, we're going to counter that counter, okay? But I'm going to show the movements before we go. So those of you that are not familiar with an ankle pick is, it's pretty much when you're standing up, you're going down and you're picking up one of the legs, right? You're picking it up. And when you do that, they're standing on one leg. So it's basically like if I was my opponent, they have one leg and I'm standing on one leg, right? But if I am doing the ankle pick and we're facing just each other, look, if I'm the opponent and my partner's trying to do an angle pick from standing up, my weight is evenly distributed on both of my legs, right? So it's really heavy. If they pick this leg, it's heavy. If they pick this leg, it's heavy. So what I need to do is manipulate their balance so that one, right, if I make my opponent lean back, look, the weight now, it's not 50-50 anymore. It's, you know, probably 80 to 20 or 70 to 30, which is whatever it is, it's much lighter than 50-50. So we need to think about that. We need to, when we're doing an angle pick, we need to like make whatever angle that, the angle that we want, if my partner wants my left leg, my partner wants to make me lean most of my weight on my right, so my left leg is light to pick up. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, right, manipulate their posture, right, to kind of, because if you manipulate my head and my upper body, right, usually my hips and my leg will follow. So with that said, we want to work on our upper body with our partner. So I'm the one who's doing the angle pick on my partner. So the grip that we're going to mimic is a collar grip and an arm grip. Usually this one either on the sleeve or behind the elbow, right? So the grip is such, right? Or in no-gi, it could be a hook on the head and then a hook like right above the elbow, right? So you're here. So you need to like manipulate your partner. So we're gonna do a gi. So it's like a collar and a grip on your partner's sleeve, like right above here, right here. So what we're gonna do is just kind of get the motion. So the wheel is like this. So you're kind of punching, right? You're punching, boom, here. So get that motion. Go ahead and practice that a little bit, right? And your stance, you can get in the stance of, right, whatever. Usually you fight stance here. So you're gonna come up and the hand is like this, right? Just a little bit. So you're kind of, boom, turning them a little bit, right? And now, once we get that grip, it's our leg now, our leg movement, right? So I'm here. So the leg movement is pretty much, I'm looking forward. So when I end up, I'm gonna be looking this way. So basically it's boom, right? I'm gonna bring foot here and then, so I'm here, my right will move up, my left move back. So again, I'm gonna go boom. So get that foot movement down so you can go, you know, first go kind of slow, but then pick it up, boom, right? So not only are you messing with their balance, you're bringing that foot closer to you, right? And now we're gonna add, right, the hand movement, boom, we're gonna do the wheel, and then boom, right? Boom, boom, right? Good. So wheel, boom, boom. So Melissa, the grip is right, and then try to grip behind the arm, behind the sleeve. Yeah, up there. And then it's this leg. So you're gonna wheel and then boom. So it's your right leg will step. Yeah, so You want to mimic stepping the leg closer to the right leg. So you're going to go, right? Yes. And now punch with the, yep. Yep. All right, so that's basically like kind of, right, you're punching, so you're kind of emboweling the upper body. And now what we're gonna do with this leg is, this leg, my right leg, since I'm right-handed, right, my collar grip, and then I'm gripping behind my partner's arm above the elbow. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm in this position, and I'm gonna go boom like this. And what this right leg is doing is, it's stepping, I'm pulling, manipulating the upper body, and I'm putting my right leg behind my partner's right angle. So inside, so if, yes, yep, you're kind of blocking that from them. So if everybody's looking at Melissa and her partner, that's it. That right leg is going behind that foot, right, to block them from stepping back. And then she's going to use the hand on the chest to kind of push the partner down forward a little bit. You see how it's light, and then she's going to come down. So the next step now, right, we're going to go boom, right, boom. And then the next step is like, you're going to come down with the back leg and scoop up the leg. So you're going to come down and scoop up the leg. Yep, with your left hand, scoop up the leg. Yes. So you want to think about that. Yep. So do that. You're going to go the arm, the leg, boom, and then the back leg. So this, let me show. So I'm going to go block, and then this back leg is going to come down, and then the left hand, you will release the hand from the arm and grab. You're going to grab the foot, right, and then come up. Yes. Yes. Melissa, that's great. Make sure that your hand on the collar is constantly pushing forward, right? Manipulating. Yes. Yes. So do that a few times. All right. So from there, right? So now we're here, we're going boom, and we're picking up the leg. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring the back leg, boom, and up forward, and I'm going to shove that leg between my legs, right? Boom. And then I'm going to hold it. I could, if you do this correctly with the pressure of your thighs, you can hold on to your partner's leg with no hands, right? So how do you do that? By bringing your thighs together, and look at my foot, right? It's my thighs, and my foot is kind of coming inward. So I'm here, right? But in reality, when you do this, your partner is not going to be just standing there. They're going to be, pushing, walking around. So you need to be able to walk in this position. So I know this part's kind of weird, but you're going to have your foot where your heels are kind of pointing outward, and your foot are coming in, and you're cinching your thighs together. When I do it, look at my thighs. There's like really no space, right? So we're here, we're picking up the leg, and we're going to put it in between our partner's leg, in between our thighs. We're going to cinch our thighs and let go, and then that hand will come and grab, right? Will come under the leg, and then we're going to hold on to the leg with our thighs and our arms right here. And then you're going to mimic, right? Those of us that don't have a partner, we're going to learn how to walk with this kind of movement. So go ahead and boom, boom, come up, get in that position, and then walk, right? I don't want your posture to be too low. Your posture is up a little bit. So, yep. Good, pick up, put it between your thighs. Good. So, Melissa, You ladies will be like the visual aid for us. So it's if everybody stop. So go ahead and do the movement and then pick up the leg, right? Go ahead and boom, come back, push at the cilia and come down, boom. See how the legs is between her legs. So the grip, when you're doing this, I tend to like the grip, right? Her left arm is under. I'm gonna go ahead and protect, right? My arm. I'm gonna get in this kind of grip, my thighs here, right? I learned how to like move. Now from there, right? We need sometimes in this position, sorry, I hope that's okay. So one thing is your posture should be up a little bit, your head should be up a little bit, because in that posture you can get guillotine, you know, fairly well. So you want your posture up a little bit and your head pressing on your partner's kind of sternum and chest, right? Yes. So it's a lot harder, right, to do the guillotine. But now she needs to, the takedown is I'm here and I'm here and I'm gonna come to my knees and I'm gonna release and then grab the far leg and using my shoulder to topple my partner down. But sometimes when we do that, the second leg, the standing leg is far, right? So how do we bring them closer? It's the same thing. We're gonna go boom and we're gonna walk back, because if we walk back, they're gonna follow with that leg. Yep. And once they do that, you're gonna let go, come to your knees, and then grab the second leg and use your chest to push them down. So that is the takedown, right? So to drill that, let's everybody kind of have our legs here, between here, right? We're gonna have here, and we're gonna walk back a little bit, like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna come to our knees. At the same time, both of our hands will go ahead and grab the second leg, and then that shoulder, right? The shoulder is gonna press and bring our partner down. So again, we're gonna get into this position, hand here, and wanna walk 1, 2, 3, 4, right? At the same time, I'm gonna bring my knees down, reach to the second leg, use that left shoulder, and boom, come down. Yes. So ideally, once you get that, you don't want to stay there. You want to like move up, right? You go boom, and you want to move up towards our hip. But that is the movement. So let's do that, right? So go ahead and have the leg. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, down on our knee, boom, and then go ahead and move up. Sorry. All right, once you get that, let's do the whole technique. So you're here in your fight stance, grip, right? Block the foot, push, come down, knees down, grab, put that foot in between us. We're gonna reinforce it with our arms, walk 1, 2, 3, 4, get on our knees, grab the second leg, and then once they're down, you wanna move up. Yes, yes. So down, good. Do that a few times. Mm-hmm. Very good. So I want you guys to think about whatever shoulder you're picking up the leg from, when you go down and you go for the second leg, that same shoulder, imagine pressing against the leg, right? Because that's going to give an extra pressure, boom. So when you come down like this, you're going to go boom and mimic, right? Almost as if you're bringing that shoulder, boom, to the ground. All right, any questions? thank you for my 2 great demo, which I recruited. You ladies did really well. And if there's no questions, go ahead and take a little water break, and then Karen will take over. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Molly.
Hey Molly, I have a question actually. I have to
Oh,
think
okay.
of it. It's Catherine.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. That was really cool to see people actually doing it. It's really
Yeah.
awesome. So I got confused just I think because of the Zoom. Which arm goes up to the neck or the collar, and which arm goes to the arm?
Good question.
Like the beginning.
So like, look at my stance. It's staggered, right? We call this the fight stance in jiu-jitsu, also in boxing, right? Fight stance, boom. It's the same side arm as the leg, right? That's back.
Okay.
Hold the collar, and then the front leg will be holding the arm.
And then you switch and you bring it back down.
Yeah, so basically it's like this. It's like pushing. So you're pushing the shoulder and pulling the arm as you're stepping. So it's like this switch, boom, right? So it's push, pull like this, boom, right? Yeah, so the reason is like your back leg will be the driving. It's like really strong, the driving force, right? As you push forward, the balance is going to go backward, and then you're blocking them from stepping backwards. So if somebody's like pushing me, right, typically I'll do my leg backward like this, right? But if somebody's blocking my leg, then I'm just leaning back. Yeah, yes. So it's like the driving. So first the arm driving, boom, it's almost punch. So you're going to boom, and you're bringing the arm close to your chest, boom. Yeah.
And then it's that back arm that then grabs the leg.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then,
yeah. So the top hand is the collar. It's controlling the upper body. So when I go boom like this, it's going to control the upper body and keeping the weight leaning back so that the front leg is light and I can pick it up. Boom.
got it. That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so let's start with kickboxing. Good questions. So let's do a couple. So we did a lot of leg stretching and hip stretching. Let's do a few shoulder and feet things, and then we'll go into punching. So the first one is, these will be nice and relaxing. The first one is this shoulder extension. So this is, oh wait, let me change this, change my view so I can see you guys, not just Molly's room. Great. So so this is to get, and we're gonna actually work on this today in our punching a little bit. This is scapular extension. A lot of you guys have done this. So we're going to work this movement. So I'm not twisting. A lot of times you do want to twist your body, but I'm trying to practice strengthening this muscle here. Oh God, stop screaming. So so I'm gonna be doing this. So I'm gonna be doing that on the floor first. So when I'm doing it on the floor, it's going to look like, actually we'll do it. Then we'll go back into the other thing. There's something I like to do first sometimes, but let's, so we're gonna be here and it's gonna be like this. And I'm not, so just one at a time. I'm just lifting my fists about a few inches. Like when I first did this move, it was maybe 1 inch. Now I can lift them about 6 inches. But you know, I mean 2 inches at first. But I'm not lifting with anything except my scapular muscles. So the only reason I'm using my abs is to lock down my body so it doesn't move. I'm not doing this or trying to get any momentum. So we're gonna do 1 minute like that. It starts to feel really good. Actually kind of like a massage. It's really good for, you know, undoing all of the sitting and typing a lot of us have to be doing. Grab my timer. So we're gonna do 1 minute like that. All right, and go. Just lifting one fist than the other. So you can hold it up there. Good. Okay, so break from that, and then let's do a foot thing too. So let's do let's do the regular one. There's a new one. There's other ones besides the one I regularly do, but they're kind of hard to explain, so I don't want to take too much time. But it's just good to get your foot activated. Before we do this, let's just try stretching out all your toes. So whichever foot you're going to start this with, just stretch out your toes, get a good, stretch of your foot. Try scrunching all your toes together now. So opposite direction, scrunch all your toes. Spread your toes again. All right, good. And then you can just go to neutral with your toes. So what we're going to do is, and we've done this before, is you're going to start with your foot flexed as much as you can flex it without using your toes. So in fact, you should have your toes, try to bend your toes and then flex your foot as much as you can, trying to get a 90-degree angle here. So it might cramp up the bottom of your foot. That's a good sign. You're doing it right. You're trying to kick your heel out, activate your calf or shin to it's really stretch your calf and pull with your shin to get that angle. Okay, so now you're going to flex your toes, and now you're going to come down to a point with your toes flexed. So we're kind of moving even though we're going to a point, we're going to have our toes flexed. So this way we can't cheat and just think we're flexing or pointing our feet, but we're really just using our toes. So we're going to go all the way down, point as much as you can, then point your toes. So now with your toes pointed, you're going to come up back to flexed. So you're keeping your toes pointed, but you're pulling your foot back to flexed. And now flex your toes. So now with your toes, keep your toes flexed, come back down, so point your foot, but keep your toes flexed. When you get as pointed as you can with your foot, then you can point your toes. Now come up with your toes pointed, so your toes are pointed, but you're coming up to flexed. If it's giving you foot cramps, that's good. It means you're doing it right. Flex one more time, flex your toes. And then pull your foot down to pointed, but your toes are flexed. So keeping your toes flexed, point your foot. Now point your toes. Now keep your toes pointed, bring your foot up to flexed, and then pull your toes up. All right, shake that out. Other side. So let's start with just stretching our foot out a little bit. So you try spreading all your toes as wide as you can. Then scrunch your toes. Flex them as wide as you can. Again, just put them back to neutral. And then, and now we're gonna do this flexion pointing thing. So, so you're gonna flex your foot as much as you can. So first of all, point your toes. So you're gonna scrunch your toes. And then you're gonna try to point or flex your foot as much as you can without flexing your toes. So you're trying to pull your foot up, not pull your toes up, but pull your foot up. And once you get as flexed as you can, you're trying to get to a 90-degree angle. Then flex your toes. As we're going through this, especially if you've done this before, the thing to do is to try to do everything in this particular exercise kind of to its extreme. So like if it gets easier for you, try to push harder, try to flex your toes harder, point your toes harder, extend your foot further in each direction. So now your toes are flexed. We're gonna bring your foot down to point. Foot forward, but toes up. When you get all the way down, bring your toes down. Now keep your toes down, but bring your foot up. Pull up as hard as you can, but keep your toes pointed. Now flex your toes. Pull your foot down, but toes are up. Now point your toes. Pull your foot up, toes are still down. Flex your toes. One more time. So foot down, toes are still up. Try to really straighten your foot out without flexing, without straightening your toes, and then point your toes. And now bring your foot up. Toes are still pointed. And bring your toes up. Good. So that's really good for activating our feet, and it's good for fighting stuff like plantar fasciitis too, because it's strengthening the bottom of your foot. So let's come up. We're gonna start punching stuff, or the air stuff if you have stuff to punch. And let's start with some jabs. When you're throwing these jabs, so just to remind, we have some newer people, when you're throwing the jabs, first let's everyone just get in our stance. So we're gonna get in our fight stance. So for kickboxing, usually have your strong side back. So for most of you, that'll be your right side. So you're gonna have your right side back. You got, I think, one southpaw. So, so you're gonna have your strong side back. Your body's gonna be at a 45-degree angle. So if my opponent is you guys, I'm not all the way forward, not all the way sideways, 45. So if I go all the way sideways, then I can't throw my backside arm. It's sort of out of commission back here. But if I'm all the way forward, I'm vulnerable. So 45, both my hands are therefore pointing forward. And my feet are both pointed relatively forward. So it's not like a yoga stance or the one we were doing in stretches before where your foot's back. Both your feet are basically forward. Some people have them more pigeon-toed. People have different preferences, but generally forward. So when we throw jabs, this is the one punch. Let's just practice the step for it. So the step is, I'm just gonna step, I'm gonna launch off my back foot, but step with my front foot. Let's everyone practice that a little bit. This is a good, this kind of footwork we're gonna do is applicable for grappling as well. So we'll just be moving forward right now. I'm launching off my back foot, but stepping with my front foot, because I want to step wide. I don't want to bring my back foot up or let my feet get too close together. So just moving forward like that. Good. Let's just, so we have it, let's also do a little bit backwards. When you go backwards, same thing. Now I'm launching off my back foot to move my front foot. I mean, my front foot to move my back foot. Launching off my back foot. That's hard to say. Launching off my front foot, moving my back foot. So I can go forward. I can go backward. And then I can also, make micro movements to take angles or big movements too. But we won't worry about that right now. So when we throw this jab, what I'd like you to focus on, this is really important for more experienced people as well, is I want to have my face protected. If I'm throwing jabs like this, look, I can get punched in the face, right? So I don't want, even though my hand's up, but my face is completely open. So, so you want to be blocking your face with your shoulder, but not by hunching your shoulder. You block it by chucking your chin and by keeping, by using that extension we were just practicing. On the left, I'm southpaw, and I like to show it southpaw since you can mirror me, but that I'm not, this is backwards, I'm not going here and wearing out my trap. I don't know what these things are. Yeah, I confuse the names for these. But I'm not wearing this thing out, by scrunching my shoulder. I'm using my shoulder forward. So at the end of my jab, so rather than I'm going, this thing is coming up and blocking my face. I'm also punching straighter forward. I'm not punching where my face isn't. So when you throw jabs, I'd like you to focus on that. And then, if you're new, don't get too worried about it. It'll be a lot. I'm giving a few different details, so you can kind of pick a detail you want to focus on. But that's one, is really blocking your chin with your shoulder, not by coming up, by coming forward. Gives you more, look at the length of my punch. If I don't do that, here's the length. So I wanna get more length that way. And the other one is, sorry, this is a lot. I'm not gonna explain as much for everything. I just know sometimes when we have some newer people, I've been skipping some details, so I wanted to go back and go over them. And then the other thing is when you're doing that step, the jab can come in one of two places. It can either come with the first step, like it came when I pushed off the back, which is nice because it launches right into them. But sometimes that gets a little visible, or it doesn't work with certain other follow-ups. So I can also step up, punch when my second foot hits. So I can, if this is 1, 2, I can punch on the 1 or the 2. I can punch 1, or I can punch 1, 2. So I can punch either, that helps for doubles. If I'm gonna do doubles, I can kind of go bam, bam, bam. So I can kind of do punch on the 2 and then punch on the 1 to get a double. bum, bum, bum. But anyway, so just think about that you can try both of those. You can, I think the better thing to do when you're new is just do it off the first step. Just punch, punch, punch. But it's a little more, more advanced thing to do is we go step, punch, step, punch. So try both, either one you want. We're gonna do 1 minute of just jabs. So I just want you to focus on those things, moving around. I want you to throw jabs continuously. So you can cluster them into some little 1s and 2s if you want, like if you wanna go jab, 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 jab. But otherwise, you can even just go continuous, jab, jab. Every jab is correlated with the step. So you're not going like that. You're only jabbing when you step. Continuous jabs. Okay, so get set and go. 1 minute, just continuous jabs. Move any direction you want. Make sure your shoulders are relatively relaxed, so you're bringing your shoulder forward, but you don't want your shoulders too hunched. Yeah, good. Yeah, if you feel your shoulders tightening up, then you can kind of shake them out. Every time you throw that jab, you want to feel that arm, that shoulder kind of hit your face. Okay, good. No, that's all. That's nice. Okay, so let's add this body movement, and then we'll add cross slipping and weaves. So it's a lot of things, but we're gonna add it all. So let's do this drill. I think this will be good. So that we haven't done this for a while. We used to always do it. This is the drill that shows that straight punches are the same as slips. So we're going to be doing this movement with our bodies. Happy medium here. There we go. So I'm going to be going like that. I'm pivoting 1 foot at a time. So when I turn towards my right, I pivot my right foot or my left foot. When I turn towards my, let me phrase that in a way it'll be easier. When I bring my left shoulder forward, I pivot my left foot. When I bring my right shoulder forward, I pivot my right foot. So I'm only pivoting 1 foot at a time. The other foot maybe pivots back to position, but I'm not going, I'll fall off balance if both my feet are pivoting. So I want to pivot one, this one's the break, this one's the break. My knees are a little bent, my hands are up, and I'm just pivoting 1 foot and the other. This is like the fundamental move of kickboxing. It's useful in grappling. It's a good thing to know. So, so we're gonna do a drill. So if you're trying to avoid punches, that's a slip. It's better than just, I don't want to lean sideways, because you can throw this punch back, but there's not a lot you can throw from here. Whereas if I go like this, I've taken my head off line and I can come back with a lot of kinds of punches. I'm very balanced. So I'm gonna, this is slipping. And then if I say punch, because we're gonna do the drill, then we're gonna punch. That means we're gonna start with our jab, but we're gonna add the cross in now. So we're just throwing continuous punches. But a thing to think about is that the cross, these two punches aren't the same, even though they look the same, because one's coming from the front and one's coming from the back. The one coming from the back has a big twist and a lot more power. So don't think about them as the same. Think about your dominant hand punch being the stronger punch. So we're gonna start slipping. When I say punch, you're gonna throw straight punches. When I say slip, you're gonna go back to slips. Let's do this for a 2-minute round. And one other thing I'm gonna say is sprawl. So if I say sprawl, you're gonna come down to a sprawl. I think all of you know it. I can either, I'm just gonna do it, I'm not gonna face you, I'm gonna face sideways just for space. So I could come down with a sprawl that's down the middle here, or I could come down on one hip or the other, like that, or like this. So if I yell sprawl, you're gonna come down to a sprawl and then come back up, keep, when you come up from a sprawl, go back to slipping. So actually let's punch. So when you come up from a sprawl, always punch. I'll remind you. So when you come up from a sprawl, you go to punch. So if I yell sprawl, sprawl, and then come back and punch. If you don't know how to sprawl or don't want to, you can do a burpee as well. Come down to a plank. All right, so we're gonna do 2 minutes of that. So get set, start with slipping. And go, slip. Punch. Slip. Punch. Sprawl. When you come up, punch. Slip. Punch. Sprawl. Come up and punch, good. Sprawl. Slip. Punch. The punching and the slipping, I'll just remind you, are the same motion, just whether your hands are working or not. Slip. Punch. Slip. Sprawl. Sprawl. Slip. Punch. Sprawl. Sprawl. Slip. Punch. Punch as fast as you can, but keep your hips moving. Okay, so let's do, let's add a weave to that. So we're gonna go, there's a few ways we could add it. Let's add it like this. Let's go, let's do this. Okay, so now we're gonna be punching. When I say slip, you're gonna do something different. So you're going to go, let's do this one actually. Let's practice this first, and I'll decide how we're gonna put it into the drill. There's a few different options, so I'm kind of debating them. So let's practice this weave. So let's everyone get back in your stance, slip. Let's slip, this direction's easier. Let's slip right. So everyone slip to your right or your rear side. Slip left. And now in the left position, we're gonna circle under. So right now, my right shoulder's forward. I'm gonna bend my legs, circle my hips, and come up with my right shoulder facing forward. So come back to neutral, we're gonna try that again. So I'm gonna slip to my right, slip to my left. Now I'm gonna bend my knees. I'm not gonna bend my waist, maybe a little. I'm gonna circle and come up. Now my left shoulder's facing forward. So one more time, then we're gonna add punches at the end of that. So I'm gonna slip right, slip left, bend my knees, circle all the way so now my left shoulder's in front. And now let's add cross, hook, cross. So we're gonna throw cross, a hook, and a cross. So my feet are still doing the same thing they were doing before. So it's the same pivot with my feet that I was just doing. So again, we're gonna slip right, slip left, weave, cross, hook, cross. So let's practice that 10 times together. So when I say go, do it on your own count. You can follow along with me or you can do it faster. So 1, I'm gonna say the number, 1, go. So slip right, slip left, weave, cross, hook, cross. 2, right, left, weave, cross, hook, cross. 3, right, left, weave, cross, hook, cross. 4. If you know how to do it, try to speed it up a little without losing the body mechanics. 5, 6. If it's new to you, don't speed it up because you don't want to lose the body mechanics. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now we're gonna put that into a drill, the slipping drill that we were just doing. So we're gonna do it like this. So we're all gonna be punching, straight punching. I can still say sprawl. If I say sprawl, you sprawl. If I say go, you're gonna do that combo. So I'll say combo. So that's a combination, punching combination. So if I say combo, you're gonna go slip, slip, weave, cross, hook, cross. If you can't do that in about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, because it's new, that's completely reasonable. Do a shorter version, which is this. You're gonna go slip, slip, weave, and then just go right back, throw the cross, but don't worry about the hook cross, because it should be this smooth. I'm punching, you say go, I say go, combo, bam, 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 and then right back to punching. So you want to get that dynamic going. So if it's kind of, you're still at the point where you're like not sure, then just do, if I say go or combo, slip, slip, weave, punch, 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 punch. So you don't lose the benefit of the spontaneity that we're practicing. Now we're not practicing, if the combo's not ingrained very well, just don't do the final punches. Go right back into the punches. So again, now you're just throwing continuous punches. When I say combo, slip, slip, weave, hook, cross, back to punching. If I say sprawl, sprawl, come back right up to punching. Make sense? Any questions? All right, so get set. And go. So you're punching. Combo. Combo. Sprawl. 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 Combo. Sprawl. Punch. All right. Now let's do the slip in the other direction. So let's do, so we'll get back into our stance. Now we're gonna, or the weave, sorry, the weave in the other direction. So we're gonna do 3 slips. So we're gonna start, let's do 2 slips. We'll just slip on the other side first. So now we're gonna slip to our left first, or to our front side, to your right if you're southpaw. So slip slip left, slip right. Now I'm going to circle the other way. So practice that a few times. You can practice with me. So slip, I'm slipping front, back, circle. I end up with my right shoulder or my rear side shoulder in front. So again, slip front, slip back, circle, and switch your shoulders. Good. Again, slip front, slip back, circle, and your shoulder is switched. Good. So let's make a little combination out of this. So it's going to go slip, slip left, slip right, like we just did, weave under. Now your left shoulder is back, where your normally front side shoulder is back. I'm going to throw hook, cross, hook. So now I've loaded up my lead side hand. So I'm going to throw hook, cross, hook to end. So I'm going to go slip forward, slip back, weave, hook, cross, hook. Good. Again, slip forward, slip back, weave, hook, cross, hook. And again, remember the weave is all with your legs. So you don't, especially in kickboxing, you never want to do this. I didn't see anyone doing it. I just wanted to mention it. Boxers aren't supposed to do it, but they do it to be funny sometimes. They can get away with it, but kickboxers is very dangerous. So it's all with your legs. A little bit with your upper body. But I like how Jamal showed it the other way. He was like, it's not this with your upper body, it's this. So my head's not really any closer than it was, even though I might be bending a little, because my hips are going back. So let's do 10 of those together. So again, you can, I'm gonna call it out, but if you wanna do it at your own speed for each one, go ahead, you can speed it up. So, so 1, slip front, slip back, weave, hook, cross, hook. 2, slip front, back, weave, hook, cross, hook. 3, front, back, weave, hook, cross, hook. 4, front, back, weave, hook, cross, hook. 5, front, back, weave. Now, if you can, speed it up without losing the momentum or the motion, sorry, the mechanics. If it's pretty new to you, don't speed it up. Just speed it up a little if you want. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Went the wrong way. Good. So yeah, slipping is, weaving is something you want to speed up, but you never want to do it faster than you feel comfortable, because people will start doing this if you're trying to do it too quickly. So you want to make sure that you're always doing it with good, keeping your legs bent, not just using your waist. Okay, so let's, so we're gonna do the same drill we were doing before, but now, let's do it. Now our punching combination is gonna be harder. If you want to stay with the straight punches, that's fine. So, but otherwise we're gonna switch to this punching combination. It's gonna be jab, cross, up, up. These could be, you can play around with it. They could be straight uppercuts to the face. They could be body shots that are coming to the ribs. So it's jab, cross, up, up. I'm not gonna show the mechanics of those uppercuts too much right now if you don't have time, but if you don't know uppercut, you could keep just do the regular one, or you could try them. I'm just punching up from my, instead of a hook that comes out, I'm keeping my elbow down till the last second. My hips really have to come through. I'm not doing this. So combination is jab, cross, up, up, jab, cross, up, up. So you're gonna be throwing that, same thing. When I say combo, slip, slip, weave, hook, cross, hook, and then back to straight punches. And if I say sprawl, you sprawl. So last one of these, we'll end with some kicking quickly. So get set and go. So jab, cross, up, up, jab, cross, up, up. Keeping your hips active as you punch. Combo. Sprawl. combo. Combo. Sprawl. Combo. Combo. Sprawl. Combo. Sprawl. Combo. Sprawl. Next. Yeah, you probably noticed that the that combination, it didn't go smoothly back into the jab. I realized that right at the beginning. And I was like, oh yeah, we could change the combination. But it's good to, when you get those awkward things sometimes that don't transition well, it's kind of good to work through them. So not always just do the combinations that really work really super smooth. So so let's do a little bit of kicking to end. Let's let's do this. So grab a chair. We're gonna use the chair for some roundhouse kicks, not for the side kicks. So this is, we're gonna do, I like to put a pillow on the chair for this sometimes. We're gonna practice, we're gonna end with these roundhouse kicks. So the kick looks like this. If I'm facing the chair, I'm going to step out, I'm gonna pivot on this foot, and I'm gonna lay my shin across the chair. I'm gonna put a little weight into it, not all my weight, but a bit of weight, and then spring back. So that's the kick. If that kick is new to you, you could just practice the kick. It's a roundhouse kick. It's kind of mimicking a roundhouse kick to the leg, where you're coming up and down to the top of someone's leg. So when they're in a bent stance. If you know this kick, we're gonna do just 2 minutes of squat kicks. So you're gonna squat at sort of a 45-degree angle to your chair. And then I'm gonna come up, pivot, and kick. Squat, kick. So just be really careful, because I think this is like a little hard on the, it's harder with the chair on your body than it is with a partner holding a pad. If you want to just practice the kicks, you can just do the kicks. Be really careful with your knees on the pivot if you're not used to it. Just, if you're not used to this, don't go too crazy, because I think it's a little harder in the non-gym. All right, so get set. We're gonna do 1 minute each side, so I'll tell you when to switch. And go. For the people who have a bag, you could kick it. You could really try to kick the bag over, kick the bag hard. All right, switch sides. Just go to your other side. Good. So put your chair away. We're going to end with some meditation. So grab a spot where you like to sit for meditation. You can sit on the floor, on a pillow, on a chair. You can lie down. Water. So let's, first of all, just get into whatever position you feel good sitting in. And then just close your eyes and take some deep breaths through your nose. You can exhale through your nose or through your mouth if you're still trying to get your breath caught. Ignore that. And now you could, as you keep breathing, you could focus on the sounds around you. So noticing that the sounds are in your consciousness, but not thinking about them or getting attached to them, just observing the sounds that are around you. And then you could let go of the focus on the sounds and just keep your breathing calm, trying to clear your head of thoughts, and any thoughts that do come up in your mind, just try not to get involved with them, just let them float by. So take 3 deep inhalations through your nose and exhale through your mouth. You can open your eyes. And you rub your palms together, try to generate heat between your palms. And then rub back on your ears. Rub your palms together again. This time rub the back of your neck. And then you can clasp your hands, twist back one direction, looking over your shoulder. Other direction. Back to the first direction. Second direction. Back to center. And then you could bring your legs out. Rub your thighs. Rub your calves. Rub your feet. Great. Good work, everyone. Thank you very much. Hope that was good. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you.
I like we have two cats. Cat with a K and cat with a C.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great work. That was fun.
Till next weekend.
Yeah, that's right. That's important. Next weekend, we better make sure we tell that cat too. This is at 10, right? It's 10 to 11?
Yeah, 10 to 11.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a shorter version, 10 to 11, because after that, to celebrate Sweaty Betty's 10th or 12th anniversary, is gonna be our dangerous park outing into the world. So we're gonna work out 10 to 11, and then at 12:30, we're gonna meet in a park that you'll announce.
I think at 12, right?
Oh, at 12? Okay, at 12. And then we're gonna eat our own lunches.
Yeah, you can find the information on the group.
In the 4 elements.
The Sweaty Betty's group.
Sweaty Betty's group. Awesome. Exciting.
I'll have dessert, and then I'm going to class next Sunday morning because I'm going to help Christine, Dr. Lee, bring. She's going to bring a tarp to sit under, like a
Nice.
tent thingy. So
That'll be nice.
Ooh, fancy.
yeah, so
Oh.
I won't see you in the morning, but I'll see you at the park.
Cool.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Have a good day. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.